This switch does not work on that one. Hates me. What do I do? Quick free switch. Don't mind get a bit hot. Try its brother, which is just as painful. The switches aren't playing ball. If these don't continue, we'll move on to the drilling. I'll give it another. Go. We get off again. What's wrong with you tonight, man? Interesting. For some reason, the stream keeps playing up tonight. So I might just flick to YouTube or back. So yeah, I'm going to change it across to YouTube only. I'm trying to multi-stream, but it's clearly wanting to play up tonight. I don't know why it wants to play up. So I might just flick across to YouTube because it wants to keep dropping all the connections here. I don't know why. I don't mess around you lot, so I'm just going to go to one platform, I think. I'm going to have to go to... I think I'm just going to stream on YouTube in a minute. If it drops again, the connection, because it keeps dropping it using Restream I'm using at the minute, then I'll just stream on YouTube, my YouTube main channel, Bearded Bob. I don't know why it keeps dropping tonight. I thought this was going to make a difference, but it's not. Hello, welcome back. Apologies, it keeps dropping tonight. It's not my end. It's either Restream or something else, so. Welcome back. I will, if it drops again, I'm going to stream on YouTube. I only stream on YouTube, not multi-stream tonight. Should be letting go, but it's not. Welcome back, welcome back. As I was saying, if it drops again, I'll just go straight to YouTube because it's dropping for some reason. I don't know why tonight. It's on Restream, normally pretty stable, but for some reason it doesn't want to be tonight. Oh, this between that and the switches are killing me. No worries, Alex. Ask again, man. I was saying 3386 or 3389 is a good sensor, man. Or some Logitech Heroes, anything with those sensors in are good. That's what I would say. Apologies. If the stream goes down, we are going to go to YouTube only, my main one at Bearded Bob. That's where we're going to go. I'm not going to restream it, which is what's playing up at the minute. My days, this switch will not come out. Come out! Hello, welcome back. String keeps going down. Is it going down again? No, looks okay. Apologies. I need to see what's going on with Restream. Hopefully it returns properly. In the meantime, I've been continuing to battle these switches. Holy moly. Hey, what up? Julluz2K, how you doing, man? Thanks, man. Glad you're enjoying it. Restream's playing up a little bit tonight, so if it goes down, I'm just going to stream on my main YouTube channel, Bearded Bob. So if you're not on there, get on there, because I won't be restreaming it if it goes down again. For show. So we're just modding these mice. These Zowie skates. Zowie skates. These Zowie switches are being a total pain to get out of here. These 101s. Horrendous tonight. It's been a real pain. So if I can't get these out, I'm probably going to do the weight mod next. I'll give this another 5 or 10 minutes. I'll do these off camera. This will be all night while I try and do this. It does not want to play ball. It's just not going to come off. It will work. So apologies for restream. Down. A green mini, a lot of them have good sensors these days, but 3389, 3360 is my favourites, and the Heroes from Logitech are a safe bet. But yeah, some of the LODs on like the new Razer Mini and the Rival 300 are the only ones that I've seen would give any ones I'd give thought to getting first. But we'll see what they're like properly when I review them. Modelo's good, yeah, it's got 3360 in it. I refuse to give up with these switches. Just saying, if it just go down again, this stream is using Restream, it keeps going down. If it goes down again, I'm going to flick to my YouTube channel only. So if you're watching me on another platform, check me out on beardybob.com on YouTube. Beardybob on YouTube. Or you can check out my website if you want, beardybob.com as well. Also some stuff there. Right, this one's starting to come now eventually. This is taking exceptionally long. They don't normally take this long, but for some reason these ones are tonight. Sometimes you get ones that are exceptionally stubborn, and these are definitely that tonight. Can't get the heat to that, like, it's definitely melting. Just gotta keep working them. It cost me a fortune in tools as well. At least this little like spider contraption allows me to put a bit more pressure on there. Japanese movies, yeah, and it is. It's like a little, basically this hold thing. It's not bad. I find it pretty good for like holding stuff like this. I normally use blue tack because it's like a bit easier to get around. It's gonna be it's my finger. It's gonna be a little bit awkward. But it does the job. When you need to bust out the big guns for it. You see me bringing this out, bringing out the good guns. You can see it's difficult to get around. Like, just starts to get a bit annoying. It's like, get out of my way. Movie bounce pad reveals to you, Kyle. Thank you, man. Glad you enjoying them. See what it's done to that. Glad you enjoying them, man. There's plenty more coming in, and just hopefully I'll get a bit more time now over COVID break. Well, it's not a break, but I'm still working, but a bit more time because I'm at home more, so hopefully I can get some more out. I've got the ROG scabbard to get out. I've been promising that to people for like a year probably. And I've got the new one from X-ray pads as well. Yes, I'm going to celebrate my victory on this. The Switch comes out. I can feel it. It's so close. Come on, don't let me down. Get out. Yes, we've got one out. Man, that's been hard work. I feel like I need like a beer now after that. If if this goes down this stream again, like I said, check me out, Beardy Bob YouTube. I'll be streaming on there only because it's on restream at the minute. And that's been playing up, so if it does drop, because it has been doing, then just check me out on there. There we go. 1 out, 3 more to go. That's hard work. That's harder than I expected. They're not normally that hard. These ones, ooh, they put up a fight. Normally you can get, it's because they're quite low down, these solder joints. You don't really notice them, but they are low down for normal mice, and Zowie have always been like that. They're a lot more tricky to get to. So we'll see. We've got 1 out. Hopefully now we can move forward. This other one's going to come out. This is the one that I want out. This one has been problematic. Apologies if you can't see very well. It's a little bit awkward to get the camera in this position at the minute. I'm going to upgrade my camera very soon now. Just waiting for a cam link and then we can use a DLSR. Which is going to make this a lot nicer for you guys to see. Blah, blah, oh my gosh, Bob. It's like heart surgery. What up, Techie? Techie, how you doing, man? How did the stream go last night, man? You stay on for a longer time? It's a bit like heart surgery, mate. These switches are not playing ball tonight, mate. We've been doing this for about at least half an hour, maybe more. I had to change my tip and everything. We've had some problems with these Zowie EC1s, switches, these Hawaii ones. This is a little bit messier than I was hoping. Normally it's a bit prettier. This one does not want to come free. This one, for some reason, just doesn't want to come out. Don't know why I'm making a pig's ear of it as well. Not liking this desolder at all. Let's try the front ones. Don't normally bust out this contraption, but we're going to have to today. Now we're going to take out these 2 blue ones. So we took these are the 2 side ones. You can see this one here is out, or slightly out. Now we're going to do the 2 blue ones. Stream was fun. I stayed up much later than I should have. Fair enough, I did, mate. 2:30 I went to bed in the morning. I got to be up at 6 for work, so I was definitely tired this morning. Still am now. I was hoping this would be a fairly quick mod. Yeah, these switches have taken it far too long to go off. Far too long. So I'm going to do these ones. A combination of hard switches and my soldering tip not being good. So if my stream drops again, I'll just be on my YouTube channel, Beardy Bob. Restream is playing up tonight for me anyway. So it seems. Did they end up playing some games as well? Yeah, I've tried a little bit increasing the temp, you know. I might have to do it a bit more. I don't want to burn it. It's getting a bit messy around there, so yeah. It's already at 350. But it's not very cheap solder now. I need to get a better one, which I'll probably do now. I've run out of tips. And it's been a total nightmare, so we will we'll tweak it. This is going to be a pain to get this switch out. Good idea. If it doesn't work, we'll increase the temp again. Yeah, man. I don't think these switches are going to want to come out. Like the G Pro the other day was much easier, wasn't it? If you're watching that stream, it's a piece of biscuit compared to these. You just don't want to get the solder, just doesn't want to come out of these. My These middle ones, it's the middle pin every time. It hates me. Hates me. We're on about 350, 325, somewhere around there. Did you run, so I can't see. So, should be enough. It's definitely hot enough. It's doing the solder, it's just my damaged one. No. I'm going through far too many of these. It shouldn't normally take that much. Let's see if this comes off easier. What do you reckon? Can it come off easier? To smooth that out a little bit. Trying to breathe in the gas because it's probably toxic. What are your thoughts on the Kane 122-120? Ooh, good question, mate. Well, I haven't tried one yet. I've got one right next to me. I have the 100 here. Can't see very well. And I've also got the 200 as well, but it should be good. I've just not tried it. I expect they're going to need to change the cable and it's going to need some new feet, but I haven't opened it yet. But the Cone Pure Ultra, that was my recommendations to it. It's what I needed, and I expect these are similar. What did just happen? Don't know, Sensor, what just happened, man? We're just melting down the edges on this. I guess you want to call it a nylon tool to try and make it a bit flatter. 450. Yeah, I'll increase it gently. I'm not really into 450, man. I like your eagerness. It's higher there, I think. Can we get it off? 350 is usually right. 3's probably a little bit low. Yeah, I definitely need a power cord, man. So the rubber cable's a bit like this one. This one's got a Zowie cable. It's rubber. Usually probably one of the best rubber ones, right? But we're going to power cord it. Definitely. But they're supposed to be pretty good. I mean, Zowie, the Rocat ones are good. I like them. Nice bunch of guys. I found some problems in their earlier Rocat Cone Pure Ultra with latency, and they were cool. He chatted to me while we tried to resolve the issue and sent them the video footage and stuff. They were fair enough. Seemed right. Oh man, the switch is coming off gently. What up, Alex? How you doing, man? We've busted out the spider, mate. We're trying to get these switches off this Zowie, which has been a total nightmare. It's not been a fun one. The switches have been hard work. It's coming. You can't see very easily. It's coming. Keep working her. The stream drops. I will be on my Bearded Bob YouTube channel. My restream is playing up at the minute tonight, so forgive me. I'll be on that. This one's coming off a bit easier. Still awkward as hell on this PCB, man. I don't know why this one's been so difficult. Need lower solder points. Can't really show you this that easily. You have to trust me when I tell you it's coming off. She's coming. You can see the pins are going down. Holy moly. Come on. Come off. Let go. Let go of the PCB. As you can see, I'm totally destroying my tools. She's hanging, we're good. It is a bit easier to get off. Now we change the tip. This is not going to be the prettiest soldering job, I've got to be honest. This has not been my finest work today. A long time to get these off. Keep poking in the holes. Alright man, nice to see you around, man. Yeah, definitely play some COD Modern War, mate. Let's do it. Bit of Warzone. Give me a shout if you're playing and I'll give you a shout. Or just DM me your Battle.net one, or DM you mine, mate. We'll play some. Have a good one, dude. Cheers dropping in, man. See you later, player. If you're not watching Techni's stuff, check him out. Techni, he's a good YouTuber man as well. Right, we're there. Yes! Second one's out. Oh my days, 2 more to go. Wow, these have been tricky, man. Alright, see you in a bit. Cheers, Techni. The Techni. That's too hot to switch. Another one's out. Finally, blue one. These are Hawano blues. Here they are. So we're going to put, if you've just joined, we're going to put in Japanese on-runs in it. Both sides and front. This is the Hawano blue sound. Japanese sound. Hawano blue. Japanese. What other placement micros are you going to use? So you just said, make Japanese on-runs, my friend. This has got 2, and this one it's got blue and a red. These are the Hawano ones that are in it. Hawano blue and red. I'm swapping them out for Japanese on-runs. They've been a nightmare to get out. So we've got 2 out. We've still got this one here that's been a total pain. We're going to go for the next side one, and then we're going to solder them back in. The grey dots. You see them? The grey dot man. Yeah, the scroll wheels aren't the best, man. I agree. It's one of the things that they could do with tweaking. They use a different encoder to everything else. They've got their own total style. They're totally, basically, custom to them by the looks of it. Yeah, I can't remember if they're 10mm or 20mm. I think they might be 10. You might be right. I can't remember. There's a few different ones. They're the ones that I've got gold in, as everyone loves. That's what they are. I can't remember if they're 10 or 20mm in there. Model name for the crocodile stand. Hang on. Good point. I'll tell you, give me 1 second. Bear with me, caller. Not bad though. It's called. It's an E. You got a pen? It's an ENJOHOS soldering third hand magnifying glass soldering station, basically. Ideal for hobbyists. That's what they say. It's not bad. Yeah, the grey and white are super close, man. White are 20, grey are 10. There you go. Right, so these are 20. These are 10. These are the grey ones. I've got some white ones. The model number on these, if you wanted to know, is D2F-01F. Yeah, no worries, man. Let me know what you think of it if you get one. It's cheap enough, I think. 20 quid or something. Can't remember now. I actually prefer blue tack because these things get in the way. Like little crocodile clips, but they're quite good. Yeah, hold the sturdiness up, and you get a magnifying glass if you want it. I've just pushed it to the side so you can see a bit easier, but it ain't gonna work with the camera above my head. Like, I don't generally use it. I use the light on it. It's got a light, which is quite good, shining down a little bit more, but it'll get in the way of like this webcam, which is due to get upgraded, by the way. Like I said, I have got a DSLR, which we're going to use. We're going to use this Canon EOS D90, 90D, and then we're going to use that above it. I'm just waiting for the cam link from Elgato to arrive. Elgato. There's been a delay because COVID and that lot, so should be here this week hopefully. Then we can use that for the above camera. The scales ones we'll switch this one to. And you'll have a better scales one. Okay, it's not the best. It's not a very good focus, so we shall see. Japanese arrays they can put to the Chinese ones. So I looked at this right. This is what I was trying to work out. Might have to maybe slightly adjust them. There's a bit of pre-travel in this Zowie, so we should be okay, but yeah, I guess it could be a little bit higher. Yeah, a little bit, you're right. Fraction we had a look before. Micro though. But yeah, we could take a little bit off the top. Just have to tweak them a little bit if they're too eager to press. But I don't think this should be okay. We'll see. Right. Excuse them whilst I choked on me in water. We'll just get these out of the way now. Get this one out and hopefully we can go back to the one that's been a total pain. Burn up most of the time on. You can see these ones are a little bit easier to get out. Cheers for dropping by. Glad you're enjoying the stream. It's a little bit different. Oh, it's not gonna do what I want it to do. It's the middle pin on these switches, man. They hate me, man. Hey Harris. Yo! How's it going, man? Harris Baker. How's things, man? Twiggy, are you a nonce? Why would you say that, Twiggy? Are you, mate? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? Big Bob. Hey, what's up, man? Asking for a friend. Yeah, okay. Right. We shall see. We've still got the weight stuff to come on yet. This is the earlier bit. We haven't even tried to weight reduce it yet. The switches have taken a lot longer than expected. This has been a monster session. So we've got 2 more switches, this one and the next one to get out. Oh, this thing does not want to come out, this middle switch. It hates me. This switch has got it in for me, man. Hopefully we can get on with this. These ones are also being a little bit tricky, so we're just going to try and keep these going. So we're trying to redo the middle one. These middle ones are being a bit funny. These seem to be, I don't know why on this PCB, they don't like coming out on the middle stem. I guess you call it the middle stem. I don't know what you call it. Leg? Middle leg, do you call it? See, this one's not getting in the way, right? This is the problem I have. It's like these little legs. Well, they're a great idea after a bit. Oops. That one's bent one. We now have a gimpy leg. Joint. Okay, thanks. The middle joint. Just to play up. It's a bit awkward. Doesn't ever want to take, all the solder doesn't want to come out of it. Again, you see? Come on! That's the one that's causing me the problem. The other ones are okay. The other ones seem pretty fair. That one's okay now. That's just this middle one. This wants to keep playing up. At least Restream seems to be playing up, seems to be behaving now finally. We're going through a lot of braid though. It's becoming more tricky than one had planned. I'm going to go try a bit more on this middle one. I don't want to pull it out too much. Let's see what it does. Third time lucky. Do you reckon we're going to get all the solder out? I hope so. Does not want to play ball. It's not friendly, this middle joint. Oh, why? I've pretty much been soldering for about an hour straight, and these took a while to get out. Right, we'll try and get it out without the middle one being too friendly. Let's see what it does. Let's see if she just jump. It's going to be friendly to us and just pops out. I also need a longer soldering line cable. That's one thing I'm going to get. I'm going to get a new iron. I'm going to check the length of the freaking cable. I'm trying to heat up at least the first two joints. Get to break free. There we go. There we go. We're off. Right, this is playing a bit better. We're already nearly out. Last word. The hardest point is on this Zowie PCB. It's pretty hard to get your tools in to get and lever them out. A little bit awkward. The positioning of them. Just checking you're all there still. It hasn't died on you. You're still around. I think you are. There we go. Well, that's how they should come out. That was even with a bit of solder in the middle. Third one out. Damaged it a little bit there, so we caught the iron on it. Now for the nemesis. It's not going to beat me, the switch. We're having the switch out. Oops. Broke the little spider thing. And we can finally get on with a bit of drilling. So far so good. A little bit in here to repin these holes a little, but final switch. Now we'll put them back with the Japanese, and then we'll do the weight reduction. Cheers. Could be interesting. See how much weight we get out of this thing. It was 95 grams I think it was when we first got it. So it's going to be interesting to see how much weight we can get out of it. The final one. This is the nemesis. Are you ready? Is it going to come out straight away? Is it going to play up? I hate you, Switch. This Switch I hate. The Switch has got it in for me. I would have spent about 20 minutes maybe. Not probably 40 minutes, but certainly a while on it. Just take this leg out of the way and get around a little bit easier maybe. Come on. So now it's starting to let go of the PCB. For the next one again. Is it possible to swap the scroll wheel for a better one? Probably not. It's got its own unique encoder and mechanism here from Zowie. It's totally different to what I've seen on other mice. So, I mean, Inna says you can. I've not changed it. I mean, yeah, you could change the. It's in the encoder. Let me show you in a sec. It uses a different one. You could try it. Maybe the height. You could maybe try and work out. I guess. Is that what you're saying? No, that's right. And we'll have a look in a sec. You might be right. I don't know. I haven't tried. It uses it, and normally, like you say, normally you can just swatch out the encoder, but this has got its own unique one. I'll show you. If we ever get the switch out, which is being a total pain still, and not to destroy this button. I'm just going to wiggle this one out. Now we're going to take the legs out. Desolder them with a pair of pliers maybe. Just tell us when I come out, come on. Ah, okay. I'll show you in a sec. It's totally different to what you normally see. It's all good. Oh, this switch, man. It's got it in for me. Look at it. It's laughing at us. I'll show you the PCB while I get it a sec. Or throw it out the window. So you look at the encoder, that's the encoder. It's got like a little ball on it. What happens is this shaft here, it runs along inside it. That's what it looks like. Either the light sensor or something picks it up, or something picks it up. It's different. It doesn't have the normal encoder to what the normal mouse has, which is like the hole one. It's like a hole you put the scroll wheel driver through it, drive shaft through it. I'm just going to wiggle this off, and then we're just going to have to try and get the solder out. It might be easier. Okay, that one's out. It's literally just the middle one holding it now. So we can get this middle one out. But the Zowie scroll wheel, so that's why it feels so different, the Zowie scroll wheel. Like, it's just a different mechanism to all the rest. This is a messed up PCB. This has been a pain, this one. Find a way to like push up on the switch so I can push the pin in, try and get it to release. It's like stuck. Drop. Yeah, they are, mate. They're totally awful. People don't like them. I don't like it really. They feel totally different. I'm not sure why this switch is being awkward now. This thing should just drop now. Drop. Come on. So you're not going to beat me. I will get you out. Never here all night. It's coming. We're coming. We're feeling it. Oh yeah. Yes! Oh my days. That's going to go down as the worst switch in history I've ever had to remove. I'll tell you that now for nothing. That has been horrendous. She's out. Won't be using that one again. That's been hard work. Right, all 4 switches are out finally. It's not the prettiest job. Let's see it. But she's out. Right. 1 second, alcoholic wipe. And then we'll resolder them back in. All that work just to put them back in, man. Oh, man. This is why people don't like modding mice. It can be a pain to mod a mouse. And then I'll show you the scroll wheel if you want. I'll show you what I mean. I've also got a spare encoder. I'll show you the difference. Bear with me a sec. So I use alcoholic wipes. I just use like lens wipes. Basically clean it off a little bit. Because it's been a bit of a messy job. I'll clean them off anyway, but gently. Just go along them gently when you're cleaning them a little bit. Just clean. Alcohol's okay. So we get a bit of blue tack from the early days. Blue tack normally works a bit better, can hold it, well, it normally holds it. But with these ones, you can see how awkward they were being. I had to bust out the big guns, which you don't normally need. Today we did. Right. So I'll keep the stand out because it's good for holding them for soldering. Let me get either the encoder. I'll show you what I mean. 1 sec. Right, so here, yep, here is the G305. You'll recognise it. I'm just in the process of modding it. This has been used in a video for weight reduction, but what you will see is, see the encoder? This is the encoder. It's got a hole on the side. You can swap these out. TTC, Logitech tend to use, and basically the scroll wheel just pushes into it. You get like a, you get the rolling mechanism. Okay, standard encoder. Most mice have that type of encoder. Then we move on to Zowie's new encoder, which is basically this. This is the encoder. If I build you the scroll wheel back, so give me a sec. Just build this back together. I'll show you this. So they have a spring mechanism and a ball bearing, basically goes into the top. And they have this clear wheel. You get this clicking motion. Then they have the, oops. Then they have, hang on. Get back in, man. You get this driver that pushes in, and you get this mechanism. Put your scroll wheel rubber on top. One Zowie scroll wheel. It looks totally different, and it basically just sits on the encoder like that. Famous last words. It sits like that, and then you scroll through it. It's a bit hard because it's not fully in the body yet, but get the idea. I can't, it's still too high, but it pins itself. You've got these like little pegs, they sit between the encoder, hold it in place, and then the scroll wheel works. It must be a light encoder. I think it uses some form of optical light, maybe. It's different anyway. And that is why they don't feel so nice compared to other encoders, because they're totally different encoder for the Zowie. Zowie? Scroll wheel is weird. Yeah, it certainly is, mate. We're going to mod it a little bit. We're going to basically take out this ball bearing piece, which makes it free scroll, so it's not as like gritty, I guess you could call it, because they are pretty gritty. I certainly don't like them. You get a little bit too much from me. So I was just looking at the switch layout on these. So the left and right go like one like that, one like that, and then you get your first side button goes like that. Oops. And the rear side button goes like that. So they're kind of like opposites. So innie and outies, we're going to call them. So now we have to work out basically putting them back together. So this is the one here. This has to go like, this one is going like that. So first one going in. It's just confusing. You got to be careful. You don't want to solder these. I used to so how long it took it to get it out right. Oops. I realised it's not my mic. You realise how long it took it to. Damn. You saw how long it took to get these out. So putting them back. You are not going to want to mess it up. So there's only a little bit of solder in these left. I'm going to allow you just to push in, but come on. So I usually try and use the solder that's there and then just reheat it. And then reapply some at the end, but as like with anything else today, this just does not want to play ball. why. It's like this PCB's got it in for me. Like so. Check there's no gaps because sometimes they won't go flush. That one's in nicely. We do solder joints. And there's the first switch back. Much easier. Reversing it round. So the other one is this way around. Bit of like grit maybe? I don't know. Right, straighter one. Seems to be a slight difference. So I've got some both Chinese, Japanese Omrons, and there's two versions. There's a D2F01F and a D2F01F-T, and the T one. The only difference is it's got a slightly different leg. You can see on the camera. It's got like a kink in the leg. So if you ever wonder what the difference was, that's what it is. Next switch goes in. Like I said, it's that way around, so the opposites today. There's usually a little bit of solder left. Here we go. Just gently heat them up. Get them flush again. A little bit tricky. This switch has not been pleasant for us. In fact, nothing about this switch process has been easy. That's for sure. So once this is done, we can finally get on the weight mod, which is 12:30 at night, so this is going to be a late one. Prepare yourselves. Just get it set a little bit closer to the switch. To the PCB, it's a little bit high. There we go. And sometimes it can be a little bit hang down a little bit, so I normally just give it a little bit of a solder on the tip of the iron and then hold it in place now, which should be good. Then just drop the rest in, re-tack in the rest. And then we have the side buttons back. Et voila. Go to the front left and right. And we are good to go. So let me just check the reason for taking pictures. You can work out when switches go back because this is a little bit of a different config. And I always forget which way around they are. Oops. So these ones look inwards, so they are like one like that basically, and then one goes like that. I actually don't mind the Hawani Reds. But we're getting some TTCs. We're getting some Omron Japanese in. Right, so let's do this one. So remember, it's like inwards, basically. If you ever feel the need to take these switches out, I would suggest really considering whether you really want different switches. Hawanis are pretty good. Get in. The reason for using blue tack here is a little bit easier to see the position of the holes when you're trying to push them back in. Oh, this one wants to play. Oops. This one wants to play around tonight. I'm just trying to get them started off really. It's a bit trickier than you would think. I'm not suggesting this with your own fingers. Only a skilled professional would do this way. What I might try and do is just flatten these pins out a bit. One second. Weekend. I really like the G-Wolf Hattie 3389 Stardust Edition, lighter than the normal Hattie. Is it really light? I've got one, I've not tried it yet. Have they done a slightly more weight reduction on it? You're going to mod the 402 on the weekend? Maybe. Depends. This one's taking me a long time. So, I don't know. Probably not. I might do it next weekend. Or I might do it in the week. Not decided. Expect it in the week, to be fair. It's 56 grams. Yeah, the normal's 65. Okay. Alrighty. I haven't tried one yet. I'll have to have a look, see what the difference is then. I know some people wanted me to check them out, do a bit of a review and see what the differences were, so I'll pick one up on that point. It's time for the blue tack. Let's just get them away now. Eventually it becomes too much in the way that thing. Oh, I can breathe again. First I thought it was just a typo. Okay. You actually weighed them then as well to see the difference. There we go. There's your blue tack. We're just pushing the switch back in. We're just changing the switches over to Japanese on-ROMs. And we're nearly there now, finally. It's took a long bit of time to get these out. Much longer than I'd expected. Japanese on-ROMs. These ones. That's it. Did have in blues for the left and right and reds for the sides. Swap them out. Yeah, solder sticking it at the minute. I'm trying to use the solder to my advantage this time. I'm just trying to use it to push them in a little bit more, because then you can then solder them up a little bit tighter. So we're getting flush, so they're nice and flush. Sometimes you can sit at a bit of an angle, so just be careful. Because then you don't want to be even when you're pressing them. You saw how long these took to get out. You don't want to make a mistake, put them the wrong way around, and then you got to take these things back out. Not all switches are this tricky. These ones today have just been exceptionally tricky for some reason. There we go. First left one in. Nice, we put the last one in. Then we can get onto the weight reduction stuff. So what I found with these was I just flattened out the pins, so they got a little bit of a kink in them. These ones I've just been flattening them, so they're going a bit easier. A little bit awkward then. Don't break your legs off. No one likes broken legs. Just be a bit gentler with them, and then they should slide in a bit easier because they've got like a layered, like, I don't know what you call it, it's a kink anyway. And this one, it goes in like that. Oh, so he says. Okay. Yeah. Easier said than done. These soldering the switches can be a love and hate. Sometimes it's really easy, sometimes it's a real pain. Today we're feeling that pain. Big time. This solder's been a bit awkward in this Zowie. Don't know why. Like now it won't push in now. Usually it's pretty good. Bit of Bob, Dino, the new hat also uses TCC Gold dustproof switches opposed to the 100mm. I always thought there were 60 of the TCC Golds, but fair enough. I'm yet to see a switch. I mean, the on-ROM are supposed to be 50 million, aren't they? The Zowie ones, right? They're not though, are they? Let's be honest. They don't last. So, but TCC Golds, I'm not saying the crap. I've got them in my G Pro at the minute. They're good switches, man. I like them. TCC Golds. With my G Pro at the moment, buddy. They're good. I'm going back to red Khalees. I thought there was 60mm TT's got, but I don't know. The old changing around. So. If they're going to break, they're going to break, right? Try a different method on this one. I don't know why this one's not going in now. I'll open it up and see if they're any different on the TTC I've got. Maybe they're different. I have to have a look, but I think they don't do the 60, 100 or 30, right? Yes, we finally pushed in. And that's what we're working out. Number's quite irrelevant. Exactly. You get a bad egg, right? Ow. Oh, these switches have been so painful for me on this one. Yet they still want to play. Hundreds of switches. I don't know why this one's being so darn awkward. Ow. It's just sitting slightly off the board at the minute. Yeah, they're heavier than the Achilles Reds. I've just done a review and I'm about to post a video on my YouTube channel, Billy Bob, but they are slightly heavier in force. Similar to the stock Omron 50mm on the G Pro. That's pretty much the same. Yes, I think we just sealed it. Oh my days, I am so happy those switches have changed. They've been a troublesome lot of switches. Hallelujah. Right, well now we're going to go phase 2. Now we get to mod it properly. So I'll turn my iron off, let it cool down a little bit. Give me a sec. Fingers absolutely destroyed from doing those switches. Do you want me to put it back together and give it a little bit of a sound, or are you not fussed? Should we get on with the weight reduction? You tell me. I've destroyed a few tools in the process of doing these, that's for sure. Should we see if they fit properly? Is that what you want to say? That's what we'll do. We'll give it a little weight, see if it's changed in weight. Some switches did very differently before. Can't remember the weight, I'll have to check, but it looks similar, I think. Target weight, we said anything 10's okay, anything 20's decent, and anything above that's going to be pretty good, really, to be fair. That's the plan, Wolfgang. What do you reckon we're going to get? Just unplug this solder now, 1 sec. It's been a pretty long stream already, man. Right, let's just see. I should put it together, at least to the basics, and then we'll see whether the buttons work. See if we have to shave them, which I think someone mentioned. The way how things are going tonight, it wouldn't surprise me if we had to trim them a little bit, but let's just see, right? Oops. So we'll put that together, just go a quick check on the buttons, and then we will start the weight reduction. When things get a bit tasty, a bit of drilling. Oh yeah, things are about to get real. I'm not going to put the cables in because there's no need. This is purely a, let me put the scroll wheel in. This is purely button testing. That's what we're going to call it. It's a bit boring now, all grey inside, don't you think? What the hell was that? Got ghosts in here, man. Feels like an eternity, that. That modding them was. It felt like it took forever. It's been a while out doing those switches. Apologies for that, it doesn't normally take that long. So you can see in the modding world it's not always easy, right? I'll be putting an edited version of this on my YouTube channel, Betty Bob. So if you haven't already seen me on there, go check me out. Or my bettybob.com website. I'll put it on there and you can take a look. I'm just going to put this one back in, even though we're going to leave it out just to see. Actually, no, I don't do anything. Let's have a look and see what do you reckon? Will be okay? It'll be alright. I don't know, I want to say they'll be alright. Oh, there's I can show you on here. It's pretty much right on it. There's no pre-travel. Got post as always. Yeah, it's definitely maybe a little bit higher on the switch has also helped, maybe if that's the case, but no shaving required. That fits perfectly. Nice. Right, let's carry on with the weight reduction mod now. Now the serious stuff. Yeah, a little bit of some metal on my pad here. Don't want that around. I always see like some kind of shield to stop the bits going everywhere, which is going to happen here, right? This stuff's going to go absolutely everywhere. And there's going to be a lot of it. Tool's not as good now. It's been damaged in the process of taking the oops in the process of taking out the solder. Et voila. So these are the main bits we're going to have to take apart. Soldering on out of the way. Now stuff's about to get real. Do you know if the ZA13 is similar type to the FK2 shape? Sorry, to the FK2. They are quite similar. Doesn't the yeah, I can't remember what the exact difference is. Maybe someone can help me, but they are very close. I think the ZA might be slightly bigger, but I can't remember now. I'll have to check. Right, let's get the drill out. Fun times. Let's go find it first. One drill. Oops. All the Zowie mice are going to be shaped maybe slightly, but they're both ambidextrous, I'm pretty sure. Can't remember now. Does one only have one set of side buttons? One has two? Something like that. Bigger hum, yeah. They are very close. TBH. Plug this in and we're good to go. Bit of the clawry. Everyone likes a good clawry. Bigger hump. Right, okay. So one drill. We're going to start on the base first, I think. That's probably where most of it's going to be. So the base weight, if you've all forgotten by now because it's been a while, let's say. About 24 grams. So that is a heavy base though. So I'll probably mute a bit of this so you don't get too deafened by it. The plan is to take out, I'll answer your questions, so feel free to ask, but I'm going to take out all this side and some of these side bits here. I don't want to go near the skates yet. We'll see what we get out of it without going near the skate patterns. Cars. We could always drill holes in them a little bit, but I don't generally like messing around with the skates if I can avoid it. If you want to hear the screams of the mouse, let me know. It sounds like this a little bit. Like a dentist. It's not that dangerous on your fingers, you'd say. But if you touch the mouse, it makes a bit of noise, so let me know. I'm going to mute you for now. You can already see the dust up here. I've got the bits already. I'm going to use a ceramic tip. Actually, before I do any of that, let's just put all this somewhere. One sec. It's easier to clean up then, because it's going to go everywhere otherwise. I've got like a competition of like, recognise these parts from a mouse, Bob? Till I can recognise them. I realise, baby. Oh yeah. But if I don't do this now, we will end up with a load of bits everywhere. And a mess to tidy up, which we're going to have anyway. But a real mess. It gets like crazy bad now with all this plastic, so now we get serious. Let the games begin. So I'm just going to trim out all the edge, like I said. Take out some of the middle. You can already see that it's starting to go down now. Ceramic tip. Let's go. first cut is made. So I go quite close to the skate. I'm going to leave in the DPI and the hole-in rate, just because you can't tell there's no software for the Zowie, so you could use like the Zowie pole checker and you can see what polling rate it's on, but it's easier if you don't just if you leave the lighting on this one perhaps. Normally I'll take it out, but Zowie don't have any software, so we're going to leave this one in. So we do. I thought I'd be able to do this mod, just a little intimidated now. Depends, mate. The switches were the problem, weren't they? I'm going to tidy this up, by the way. I'm just chopping out the bits that I want. I don't know about going too close to the centre at the bottom. Switch my drill bit around. Don't know, the actual weight bit, we'll see what we can get, but like, you can't really tell because it's a bit melted, this plastic, but there you go. Can you see how thick that base is? Can you see that on the camera? Like, it's 2.4 millimeters thick, this base. There's a thick base in it, right? I mean, like, if I try to snap it, I can't even break that bit. Yeah, there's a lot of weight in that. I mean, that's a thick base. I can't even break that bit. Can't get a proper grip on it. Look at that. Damn. That's a strong base, right? The category says R6. Cheers, man. I'll change it up in a sec. That's probably why. Yeah, it's certainly thick, isn't it, right? 2.4 millimeters thick. Big man. Welcome back, Baby Soda. Only thing keeping Zowie float anymore is their shapes. Yeah, that's the thick. It's definitely unnecessary. Let me change this category one sec. It definitely could be raised as great competition. All you have to do is just think about modernising it a little bit, right? That's all you have to do. Got a great shape, bit of modernisation. Change out some of the weight, and that's 2.4 millimeters thick. Damn! One sec. I'm back. I mean, the base alone on this weighs flipping 25 grams, right? So it weighs that little bit out of it now. I'm going to tidy it up, so don't panic. Oh, there you go. What was it, 24 grams? Have we seriously got it down to 18.5 grams? Are you joking me? Is that how much we took out of it already? It's got to be a record in one base if it is. Can't be. No, 2 grams, maybe. Yeah, okay, maybe in the bits and the other bits, maybe. I don't know, it's quite thick, isn't it? Maybe. Maybe. Let's carry on. One of my favourite mouse is the XM1 or the Hattie. Hattie. Holy moly, I can't believe how heavy this thing is. Hey, how you doing, Nuren Menshin? Sorry mate, can't pronounce your name. How you doing, mate? Solid mouse. Yeah, I mean you can't say it's not built well, right? There's certainly not skimped on plastic on this one. Oops. Damn, man. Because I'm struggling much with XM1. I had a dream with okay, DM1 Pro. Oh, that had a rubbish cable, that DM1 Pro. Nice shape though. The FPS was better when they released a better cable. So we took out the rear, right? So what do you reckon? Let's wait again, have a little look. Keep changing it, let's have a little update. Okay, 20 grams. Maybe I kept it on the side a bit. Maybe it was too close to the scales. 20 grams, okay. Seems a bit better. 4 grams. 18 must have been because it was maybe catching on the other scales, so apologies. Seems more like it. So we took 4 grams out of it so far. Let's carry on. What's this if the shell? Oh, the cable, yeah, it was ridiculous, wasn't it? It was awful, the cable. The FPS one was better, but the cable in that Pro was just horrendous, mate. Let's see they changed it eventually. One thing people keep missing is the cable. Now they're all starting to actually finally clock on that cable is actually important though. Especially with the wireless mice out now. Hey, S-Machine, super question, is it possible to create a 3D print? Yep, you could do, mate. You need to be able to scan it, which I've got. I need to scan some in and make the actual impression, and then you can print them, but it's a little bit more complicated. It's like you've got to like get the right print and then rejigging it, so like you'll photograph it in certain areas, and then you've got to scan it, and then play with it, and then print it, and check, and scan it, play with it, print it. It's also just as tricky, right? If you've got someone who's made you the SLT file, great. But even then, your printer might not print it as you exactly want. So I'm going to try and print some 3D shells. I've got a 3D printer. I want to scan some of these in and print them, and that's kind of where I'd like to go. But at the moment, I'm just modding them at the minute. But I'd like to print some, definitely. Also, the plastic's not as good. 3D printing, these are moulded, so you lose a bit of quality when you're using them. They're not bad, but you'd certainly drop your quality on the Zowie, put it that way. Now, can we get away with taking some? And the only bits left now to trim out the edges here. Maybe if you see, put a hole in there, we've got the skate. So I don't know. I might drill a few holes in the back here and then put the Hyperglide on it. That's probably a better option, I think, on this one, given how thick the plastic is. I think it's probably worth it. Ain't no worries, S-Machine. Ask away, man. As many questions as you like, it's all good. It's all good. Below 20 grams, people. So far, so good. Onwards with the drilling.
happy song. The hurricanes will tread on a different place. This joy in my heart, no one can take away. So tell all the rain clouds to move along. The storms of this life can't take my happy song. The hurricanes will tread on a different place. This joy in my heart, no one can take away. Just here to have the time of my life, the time of my life, and make it last. I'm just here to laugh, leave the sadness behind, joy on my mind all the time. No, I won't waste a second, I won't waste a single minute. I'm just here to make the most of life, with happiness in me. So tell all the rain clouds to move along. The storms of this life can't take my happy song. The hurricanes will tread on a different place. This joy in my heart, no one can take away. So tell all the rain clouds to move along. The storms of this life can't take my happy song. The hurricanes will tread on a different place. This joy in my heart, no one can take away.
Turned to one messy job, man. It's a lot of like fine dust on this one. It's looking too bad. So I'm leaving the light in so you can see what DPI and polling rate you're on, because you're going to need to on this one because there's no software. We should be, okay, we're probably just below 19 now. Let's have a look. Nope. I was wrong. We took 5 grams out of it so far. Not bad. Now I don't really want to. I was going to trim out this bit here, but I don't want to because I don't want to. I guess I could take a bit of that actually. Sometimes I don't like leaving a bit of support in here for this so they don't snap, because they probably are a little bit delicate. I like to trim more. Look how thick it is, man. It's a proper thick shell, this one. Still pretty flexible. We can bend it a little bit there where the support's missing, but it's in good shape. I'm probably going to leave the base. I'm just going to tidy it up a little bit. I think that's probably enough out of it. Maybe take the sharpness off that corner and just make sure there's no catching bits here on the pad. A lot of the support, I could trim a little bit above the sensor, but I don't know. Last one, the Ninja 58s. They're rare to find now, man. Probably just tidy it up a little bit. I don't think we want to take much more out of it. I might drill actually around the back here so we can get it into like 18 grams. I might drill maybe a bit at the front rather than cutting it out. Let's do that. Right, let me just tidy it up and I'll drill it. Do you liking them there, Will Diablo? How you doing, man? Your skull's too small for you. Damn, man, what size is your hand, dude? Okay, fairly big then. You're enjoying it, Rizran. I'm going to destroy everyone's names, by the way. Rizran Isol. Are you enjoying it, man? Bit different there. Not for everybody though. Not everybody wants to see your mouse destroyed. We're not destroying it. We're enhancing it, I call it. Have to bring out the bad boy. Need to drill some of this base. This could drill my hand. Gotta be careful I don't drill from my young fingers. That other drill's a little bit more delicate, as you saw. Could rub it against my hand. This one's not so delicate. This one really ripped my finger off when I did the G502. One second. Bringing out the big guns, yeah. We should call it the big gun. the best drill, but it's a little bit heavy. Like, these are really easy to maneuver. This one's a little bit like, it's a bit cumbersome. But I used to use a proper drill before that, so we were definitely upgrading. Is any mouse moddable because I have a Razer Basilisk? I'm thinking of modding it. You can mod whatever you want, mate. What I'm going to do with the mouse after, how do you mean? Like, what I'm going to do with it, like, once it's finished, you mean? You can mod any mouse you want, mate. I've not found one I can't mod yet. There's always something to do. Some of them are very small, some of them are big. So it depends what you want to do, right? Depends how far you want to go. This one I'm going to sell on, mate. Someone's after one of these, so this one is sold. Well, some of them I keep, some of them I sell. Depends. Mostly I build them to order, but we'll see. Depends what I'm doing. Manchester based, mate, so not too far away. I'm a Manc.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
Given how industrial thick, I wouldn't basically normally recommend drilling around the skates. It should sit fine, but something I probably wouldn't do. But on this one, it's probably worth it because of the thickness of this shell, 2.4mm thick base. You're going to save some weight here by doing this as well. So most of the time, the bases are quite thin. So, well, this one's quite thick. You can see I had a drilling accident last time. So this one's going to be worth it. What mice has everyone got? Mouse pads. What mice and mouse pads has everyone got? And what combo keyboard are you using at the minute? That's a big hole. Sure is, mate, but it doesn't matter on the base. Ain't no one going to see it, right? As long as it all holds together. You can cut out most of the base, to be fair. Just be careful on the sensor usually.
That's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
Now this desk is getting messy, man. Blah, blah, blah. Hope the modding going well. I was speaking to you on eBay today. Hey dude, how you doing, Peter? Is it you, man? And well, man, we're modding an EC1 today. This base was 24 grams. We are down to, this one's a little bit more extreme, let's say, but I think there's definitely some worthwhile in. 18 grams, so it's about a gram out the back. That's unusual because it's quite a thick base. Definitely. Got a few mice here, including a 703, nice, and a Model O. Which is your favourite, 703 or Model O, dude? Will that hole in the middle stay open? Is there a sticker? Nope, it'll stay open, mate. It's not waterproof, but they never are. I got a Viper Ultimate power corded and a Glorious XL. Nice, man, nice. The Ultimate, you mean you got the Viper wired? The Ultimate's the wireless on it, so I'm guessing you got the wired one. M4 and QCK. Okay, finding the M4, man. It's a little bit big for me. You liking it? Huge cut out on the bottom. Yeah, you got to cut the bottom out. That's where the weight is. 2.4mm thick, this base. You have to trim some of it out, man. It's a little bit thicker in the sensor as well. 703. Okay, fair enough. Cheers, Wolf. I'm going to stick the Hattie Stardust. It's a nice one, the Stardust. Need to test it, but used the Hattie before, heating. Model O. I like the Model O, man. It's like the FK2 in it. I like it. It's one of my favourites. Never mind, not the Ultimate. No worries, man. It's all good. I should have a bit more at the top, and this base will be done. This is unusual. I don't normally drill the base like this. I normally just cut a bit out of it, but most of the weight's in the base. This is 24 grams. This was. So you've already took 6 grams of weight out of this already. It's one heavy ass base. So let's take a little bit more. Thing is, you don't notice the base, right? And no, I'm going to lift the mouse up once it's on the deck, right? So it's all good. Probably enough out of this. I don't want to go too far to the right because there's support, so that should be enough. What do you reckon? Below 18? I'll be happy if it's 18 or below. We know it was 18, so let's see if we get it below. Oh, 18.5 grams, not bad. Given it was 24 grams, so that's pretty good now. We'll leave that for now, and we'll move on to the shell. Not bad. I'll just sand down the edges a little bit, smooth it off a little. Let's sand down the edges a little bit, smooth it off. On to the next. Need a closer plug, man. Let's change my plug. What time is it where you all live at the minute? Sorry, I'm not blowing your ears out a little bit. What time is it where you all live? It's 1:30 in the morning here. I've got work at about 6:30. So we have to get this done pretty pronto. But where do you all live? What's your time zones? I'm in the UK. Right, let's trim out the Not trim, let's smooth out the base a little bit and then we're good to move on to the shell. And we're nearly done, I think. Put it back together. I don't know, what do you reckon the end project's going to weigh 95 grams to start with? Place your bets. 130. Cool. Are you in the same place then, Wolf Diablo? UK as well, Roz? Okay, 5:28 PM, alright. Cheers, Twitch. Finland, 3:29 AM. Damn, that's early, mum. Ah, Mr. Wolf Diablo, you're in there, Lanks. Fair enough. Hello, fellow Northerner. Damn, man. So, I just smooth off the edges so it don't catch on the pad, because when you put some pressure on it, it can sometimes snag. So, not bad. It's not the prettiest. It's all about weight, this one. You don't see the base, right? So it never really bothers me. Let's do the shell. Damn. Which bit do you want to see first? You want to see the button bit, or do you want to see the main skeleton bit? Place your bets. Or whatever, let me know. Maybe place your bet, do you? I'm thinking main shell, but it's up to you. I'll let you guys decide. The ones watching. Main skelly, okay. No, plastic in my drink. God damn. I have to like drink around them. Alright, we'll go with the main skelly. Main skeleton. So, I'm thinking we need to keep the screw hole, right? That's the only mounting point we've got for the base. Don't particularly want to drill that off. I'm thinking we cut out most of this part. We're going to leave a little bit of structure in. We can cut out all of that. So, and it doesn't matter because your palm's going to be covered by this, right? So we're just going to hack this piece out. And then not that much more you could do. We'll probably trim out a little bit at the back. We'll drill the sides a little bit. And look how thick that is, man. Look at all the necessary plastic. I know it's a lot in it. What a plastic. I think it's 3 mils thick. Oh my days. People are probably thinking I'm nuts, but 3 mils? Holy moly. I mean, that thing's not gonna... It ain't gonna break, man. It's 2 mil at the back. That's without the shell on the top. I mean, it's built to last. Unless if someone breaks this in a rage fit, right? They're probably gonna destroy the house in the process. It's gonna take us a while to get through that. So I need to make sure I don't drill those posts because they're where the side buttons mount. That wouldn't be a good idea. We're gonna keep the screw hole. We can keep the anchoring points in for the shell. We could be cheeky here. So the shell, I guess you call it shell, the top part where the buttons are, let's call it. We've got 2 points and 1 anchor point here on the back, right? 2 holes, 1 at the rear. You could, I don't understand what those screw holes are for. Have I forgotten something? I haven't got anything screwed into there. But we could take out all of it. Like, as long as we keep the screwing point, we could take out most of the back here. Like, all the way up to here. And then you've still got the one anchor point. You could swing it back. The wrecking ball mouse, you're right, mate. Swing it like a wrecking ball. I mean, jeez. Resin mold. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe that. I'm thinking we cut it. we cut it, like, we cut out most of this back. But what we don't want to do, I'm just having to think about it. We don't want to make the sides flex too much, so we don't want to cut out overly too much. Maybe just to the back point here. I'm thinking, is it worth it? I might just take that square out, and then at least the back, it won't be too flexible, because if you take too much, it will flex, even at 3mm maybe. So we'll just take it. We'll take it from here, ahead of these points, probably just on top of this line here, all the way back to here, and we'll just chop out that whole piece. And then we'll see what it weighs, and if it's not enough, we'll take a bit more. So it's 27 grams, so it's a heavy shell. That's got to at least be 4 grams, right? We're going to take out easily by just chopping that piece out, let's see. Alright man, cheers Peter for dropping in, man. Good night, mate, and I understand you're asleep. I need to get to bed, but got to finish the project. But thanks for dropping in, man. Have a good one. You have to catch it on YouTube. This will all be on YouTube, Really Bob, very, very soon. So don't you worry. Right, let's continue the butchering process. Use this thinner one first to cut it. Basically just a drill tip. I like the disc cutter on the Dremel. Let's get the Dremel out for this. Let's bring the bad boy out. Switch over again. 1 sec. Need 2 plugs now. Basically, the Dremel has a disc cutter. It comes with a disc, the Dremel. It's like a mini disc cutter. Uses these little discs. This thing's gonna make. Is it that one that connects? That's a different drill bit. Let me find the other drill bit. 1 sec. Too many. Like all of these accessories as well. You need a lot of accessories for doing modding mice, as you've seen. And this one comes with these like mini wheel cutting ones. You do FK2 tomorrow. I like it. I like it, my friend. Oh, these things attached. It's been so long. This was the one I was thinking of. This is like a bad boy cutter. So basically we can just go take it a lot quicker. Should hopefully take a lot much quicker time just to cut it out. We'll see though. Just try it. See what she does. Poor EC1. Hey Greg, how you doing, man? Welcome back. Yeah, it's not going too badly, mate, this EC1. We've been gentle so far. It's a delicate operation. Doing well, good man, good, good. Glad to hear it. We haven't weighed it properly yet, but we took, well, that was 24 grams, and now it weighs I think it's just about 18.5 grams. It's 2.4 millimeters thick, that base. Maybe a little bit thinner away from the sensor, but it was 95 grams to start the mouse, so place your bets what we think we're going to get it to. It's keeping all the buttons, this one as well. Don't know why I changed it to the other camera. Look how badass this drummer was. 72 grams. Okay, I like it. Not bad. Damn it, I can better get the flipping thing out already. Oh my god. Well, we're going to tidy it up, right? But you don't need that bit. Don't worry about that. We don't need that bit, Zowie. Don't you worry about that bit. Look how thick it is. Oh, there's a beast of a shell, right? You see that? About 23, 24 grams. Bob. Millimeters. Thick shell, man. We don't need that. I want to see how much that weighs and see whether we can get another half out of it. We can take the back part out as well. Okay, 2.5 grams. Why is it so thick? I don't know, mate. Zowie make them good, right? They don't want them to snap. They don't want any flex in the shell. People say they don't like flex, so they made it that thick. They don't need flex anymore. The random screw in the middle holds the basically that mounting point. Yeah, it holds on that part. Stop it rattling, but there's no rattle in it. That's the idea. Stop you being able to break it apart, but I'll tell you what, you need like Superman. Maybe when the sides flex, it pings the top up, but the sides don't flex. I mean, look at that. Even with that bit out of it, I'm still going to struggle to flex it, right? I'm thinking maybe I'd take the next part out. I'm going to sand this bit down and we're going to see whether I can just mount it with that 1 point. So I might as well just pick it off. I'm going to see whether we can get more out the back of it, of this inner, I guess the inner skeleton. That's a lot of thickness, man. You'll have to sand down here if you're doing it at the edges so the shell fits properly. So if you get this wrong as well, you will mess up the buttons a little bit. So yeah, very gentle. Hence I'm taking it out in stages. So if I do mess it up, at least know where I messed it up. So next time I don't mess it up, which I won't mess it up. I'm confident. Right, so let's see if this part goes back on it. Okay. There's no reason why it shouldn't. I just, you know, like to know. Are you wearing a respirator with plastic dust? No, I'm not, mate. I probably should. I've got some safety glasses on. You think you should wear a respirator? You gonna die? I don't want too many at the minute. Maybe I should wear some. There we go. So it's lifting a little bit of the edges here because I need to sand it. Don't worry about that, we just need to tidy up the edge a little bit, like I said. if you don't sort the edge out, will lift. Not bad though. The plastic lung pop. Yo Nathan, how you doing, man? How's things, man? Quite a bit. I might drill around here instead of cutting it. So I might drill the skeleton instead. Oh, well, we keep some of the rigidity still, even though it's pretty strong like that. It's all good. And then we've only got the other shell to do, which I'm just going to drill the back a little bit. And probably somewhere around the tops of the holes, but it won't be too much. You won't save much from that. Negatory. I love his little disco, it's cool. There's nothing really to modify on the PCB, mate. It's already massively thick, one of them, and you're not going to get much off it, I don't think, unless you've got any ideas. I haven't seen any way of taking any more off that. It's in 2 layers. Like, you can't even take the side buttons out. So, what I do need is a bigger drill bit. I could do the slightly bigger of a drill bit. Sorry, plastic. Maybe I'll put the drill bit. Like if you look at the, I'll show you the PCB in a second. Like, there's nothing you can take off that part, right? Pretty much microed out. And the switches that we've changed now to Japanese on-runs, again, nothing you can take off it. But it's thick, that one, look how thick it is. So shell, PCB wise, you ain't getting much out of it, I don't think. Not like you can clip some off or anything. I've been thinking, I've been doing the old mouse trying to change out the switches. I can't even get the old ones that come off, killing me. I'm worried, mate. It took me a long time to get the ones off today. Normally it depends what they're like, but if you got an older one, just practice. That's it. Make sure you got a decent iron. My iron's not very good. I need to buy a new one, which I will do. But decent iron, good temperature. I don't generally go above 350 degrees. So some people, like I think what someone was saying today, they go 450 because they're a bit more impatient, but you can burn the PCB. So it's bad enough at 350. Just got to be careful, mate. You would not believe the amount of bits that come off mice, right? Look at this. It's just ridiculous. Around here you could be a little bit more messy. I tried to keep it semi in line, but I've gone off a little bit straight here, but no one's going to see this because it's under the shell. This is just purely about getting enough weight out of it. You don't remember what the shell was before we put it on? Was it 20? We haven't weighed it, have we? We only weighed when we took the piece out of it, didn't we? Should we weigh the shell? See where we're at? Do you remember what it was at beforehand? Just got a £20 off Amazon. Came with a bunch of accessories. Yeah, that's what mine was, about 20 quid off Amazon, mate, as well. Probably the same one. You get a voltmeter in it. I used to have a really nice one. I used to mod consoles. But I sold it when I went to live in New Zealand. Now I have to buy a new one. Right, what do we reckon? What time is it on? Damn, 2 o'clock. Oh my days. Get out of the way. I can't remember what this was. I don't remember what it was. 27 grams was it? So we're down to 23, 24. I think we can take a little bit more. Control the sides a little bit, I think. Yeah, not bad. There's definitely a few grams coming out of this. We might get 20 grams out of this, I think. That's what my prediction is going to be. I think looking at what we've been doing and stuff. Could be good. So let's do the sides. I've just got to be careful of these attachments here. I don't think there's any point in drilling down the front here. I'll just leave that for now. Cheers for the follow, Joel. Thank you very much, man. Damn, that's more holes than I expected. Huh. I have to sand this up a little bit. So this is just a bit of a rough guide at the minute. Did miss one there. Damn it. But we're gonna have to sand this. This is just getting an idea. I remember what the weight was. It 23.9 grams then. Let's see what the difference in the sides make. It wouldn't normally make much difference, but I'm intrigued because of the thickness of this shell. These are some crazy thick shell here, right? 23.9, cheers man. I'm not going crazy. So one side, right? I found the holes had a bit more grip to them usually, interestingly. Kind of get an idea then whether it's worth drilling or not, if you know what I mean. Like, took a gram off it, okay, that's not bad considering it's one side. You kind of get an idea whether it's worth it or not, so we're probably expecting maybe half a gram around here. We do this side. Look too bad that, I don't think. Given it's been manually done. Wasn't a huge fan of the holes on the sides of the skull. So I don't mind them, but yeah, I know. I mean, most people aren't a fan. You're not alone, mate. I like what Cooler Master did on the MM710, where they put holes on the side, but they were behind your thumb, so the rest of it was smooth, so it's quite nice. Hey Serenity, I'm reading chat, mate. Of course. Sometimes when I'm drilling, I don't, but I'll always respond. Yeah, the just got to trim his little edges off as well. Are you going to restock the S2 shells? For what, mate? The resin ones, you mean? China and all at the minute, it's difficult, man. Is that what you're after? Right. Let's carry on with the drilling. We'll drill the other side now. But yeah, I know what you mean. Some people, it's love or hate the holes, right? People either like them or they don't to feel them. They don't really bother me, but I know a lot of people don't like them, so. There's bits going everywhere. Zowie S2 shell weight mod shell. Yeah, it was a resin one. I'm just waiting for a 3D printed one. We're waiting for that because I think that's a little bit lighter. Although the resin one is probably better finished, but there wasn't much weight saving there. I'd wait for that Serenity. Damn, I did not flip my camera back. Sorry people, I've just drilled that entire side there. Apologies. You should have told me, Nia. Unless you did. Cheers for follow, Pego Go something. Thank you, man, for the follow. Yeah, you can always slap on some lizard tape. That's right, mate. Adds a bit of weight, but makes the feeling better. Agreed. There is one shell in stock though if you want it. I'm going to keep for myself, but there's one if you want the resin one. Just go to my beardybob.com website and then go to the shop. Just check it out on there. Or send me a message to support@beardybob.com. Always, dude. Cheers, Wolf Dilda. Sorry, man. Wolf Diablo. Thank you. Cheers for dropping by, man. Forgive me. Cheers for dropping in, man. Enjoy Lanks. Catch you later, man. Damn. My name's too close, man. Just do around the front and we're good. What do you want to get up to? Slip of the tongue, that's all I'm saying. These ones are a bit tricky to drill on the front. I suggest not doing that. It's quite thick, the plastic, even thicker than the rest, you wouldn't believe, because of the corners. So, yeah, I'd avoid that. Right, so this is pretty much done now. I think needs a bit of tidying up. We'll sand this down. And then we're nearly ready to weigh it. Oh, we've got the last bit, piece it back together, weigh it, and I can go to bed because damn, it's late. I could work tomorrow then. Because this ain't my full-time job. It's just my hobby. Alright, so the shell weighed 27 grams, I think. I can't remember now. Got down to 23 before. Let's see, that's the shell finished, pretty sure. You can get much more out of that. You have to excuse all the bits. There's literally no point in me picking them up because the next lot's just going to do exactly the same. Would you do a weight reduction video on the G Pro Hero 3360? Yeah, I will do. I have to join the queue. There's quite a few at the minute, man. I've not used the comfy style, mate. I've used the other ones. I've got one, I think. I've just never opened it. Just never opened it, man. 27 grams too. Not bad, man. 21.7 grams. Okay, decent weight reduction on that. Yeah. So far, the pieces we've done. I kind of want to like leave it like that. But we ain't going to get much out of this. Sorry, I forgot to put my camera. I was saying I'll put it together. Kind of thinking like I just leave it like that. Obviously with the shell down here. Keep it nice and smooth on the top. What do you think? Or should I drill the outer shell? I guess we call it. First one was a Red Dragon MMO. Okay, just weight reduce one of those, mate. Yeah, did a weight reduction out. Took about 20 grams out of one of them. Just for the lightest MMO mouse out there at the minute. So I'm a happy user. This weighs 11, doesn't it? I think 14 grams. We're probably going to get like 2 grams out of it, maybe. Not sure it's worth it. Kind of prefer the stealth look a little bit. Like if you put it back together like that. I do sell some Gregor, I'll just build them to order. Just go to beardybob.com and then there's a shop thing you can check in there. But I can build any mouse people want. But they're the ones that I'm doing at the minute. Just because I haven't got much time to add anymore, but I'll do anything really. Just for follow Serenity. I'll read the last bit. I need to sort my alerts out because they suck at the minute. I don't know why it's playing up. I kind of like it like that, you know. Yeah, I agree, Ivanti. I kind of like it like that. It's still got the nice weight. I don't think we're going to get much more out of it. That's what that weighs just without anything in it. Curiosity killed the camera. Is that 56 grams, okay. Right, Gregor, I agree, mate. I think we'll file it down and keep it like that. I kind of like it like that. It doesn't feel... I don't know, it still feels like it doesn't bother me because of the size, you know what I mean? Like, I think we're not going to get much weight out of it on the top shell, so let me sand it, and I think we're done. Piece it back together. Nice. Hey Chase the Feel, welcome back, man. Yeah, it's not bad that, is it? I can't remember what the whole shell was. It was 24 grams for the base, 27 grams for the shell, and 14 grams for the top part. That's what the original weight was. So, too tired. I'm too tired at the minute. What time is it? So 27 plus 24 plus 14. What was it? 56. So it took 9 grams. I thought it'd be more. Let's piece it together, see what it weighs. We sand it, piece it together. If it's not in a decent range, we'll come back. And that's the logic, right? Like that idea. I got all these bits. This is absolutely. I mean, there's got to be like 20 grams worth of bits of plastic on this desk. I don't know. It's so absolutely everywhere. So let me just sand this off and see what we get on with. Just changing my plug again. Now some people like it having a bit more of a, well, kind of ask what kind of sandpaper I use, and I generally leave it a little bit rough because I like the texture to grip it. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm not going to make it really smooth using a fine grit because it's slippy enough, right? So I like a bit of grip. But you might want to make it smoother if you're doing it yourself, or you might want to paint it or whatever. I've thought about painting mice for people, but it's a lot of hassle. That's where mice are. Scales are showing 6 grams. Maybe I didn't zero them properly. I need to get some better scales. These seem to be becoming less accurate at the minute. I don't know why. Slate is letting me down. Let's just try it again. Make sure it was that way. Yeah, okay, it was. Okay, we're good. Some heavy air. Oh, show. Right, let's sand this puppy. Piece it back together. See what the final weight is. Let's get on with it. Shan't be long now. Are the retail holes mice treated in the same way on the PCB to prevent damage from sweat dust? I've not had any issues yet, to be fair. I mean, dust should be okay. Most things will run okay with dust. Sensor maybe I might have an issue, but I've not had any problems yet. So, sweat. Again, I haven't had any issues, but if you've got really sweaty hands, you might have a problem. So. Most of the lightweight mice aren't coated, so I guess you could spray it in lacquer the PCB, I guess, if you wanted. Clear coat or something, stop it getting damaged. Be an idea. Hey, Clean Gamer, how you doing, man? Holla. How's it going, man? Damn, Dan. This is the bit I never enjoy. Never really enjoy tidying up, right? I like getting in there and just destroying the thing and then like coming back so we get the post in place. And to do that, I'm going to try and pick out now some of the other parts. Try and push out some of these little bits in the shell. All these will be going on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Beardy Bob. There'll be edited versions, or I'm going to leave the full version up as well. So if you want to go back through it, you can. It's up to you. The other stuff's on there as well. Go check it out. We've got a shop at beardybob.com. We're streaming tomorrow night on Siege, so welcome to drop in as well. Say hi. You can add weight to a mouse. That'll be next year, mate. When the trend changes over to heavy mice, we'll bring out the 502. Bad boy itself. I can play a lot of sport, like racket sport, and they make us train with heavier rackets. Or I used to. I'm a bit older now. Not as good as I used to be, but I used to be really good. And used to make us train with heavy rackets, so when you played with your own, it was quite light back in the day. I'm not going to spray it. I'm not into spraying. Too much hassle. But you could do if you wanted. This already took me like, I don't know, it's like 9 o'clock. Another 5-hour special. I'm not the one for making them pretty. I might do some. I mean, yeah, I might do. If people want to see me spray one, I might do. I don't know how I'm going to stream that or anything, so it's going to be a bit awkward, I think. I think Science Tech was saying to me, check out his channel if you haven't seen him already, but he was saying to me I should do a gloss G Pro because he's done one. I could do. I was going to do a white one before they released it. But I don't know. Spraying's a lot of hassle, man. Can't be arsed. If I'm honest. It says here 5 hours of doing this. Like if someone wanted one, I might do it for them. If you've got a specific custom build, you know what I mean? But for me, I'm not bothered. And even then, I ain't gonna do it for cheap. Too much hassle. I don't know, I might do. It'd be pretty cool for people's custom setups, right? Even all mice are black, pretty much. Or white these days now. I don't know why businesses and companies aren't doing like a lot of colours. Like G Pro have started doing some of them, making them limited, maybe trying the market, but I don't know. Like, why aren't people doing it, right? I'm just pushing out all the dirt in here. All the dirt, all that the extra plastic and stuff. You see that okay? Looking pretty good. It's going to come out better than I thought. Let's took all the coating off it, make it a bit more even. I'll give it a bit of a wash. We'll put it together. Oh mate, they're definitely expensive now. I've got 2 of the G Pro ones, but only because I wanted them because I'm a fan of the G Pro. I certainly won't buy them unless you've got a serious amount of money. It's just silly money for them. Logitech messed up the first lot, didn't they? Pre-orders, which was a bit of a nightmare on the Ghost. So, right, I'm just going to go wash it. I'm going to clear it with plastic. We're going to piece it together, and then I'm going to bed. The final bit, people, place your bets on the weight. I don't know. I'm thinking 75. Damn, man, $250. Damn, that's a lot of money. Doesn't surprise me though, because you can't get them for now. You could spray paint a white one, right? Because the thing I got is like the base isn't black. So the base is black. So I should open mine up really and have a look, but they're almost well, they are. They're just a normal G Pro with literally a painted top shell. But obviously it's still got its limited box and stuff. And I guess it holds its value because it's limited. No different to the final mice. Right, we're going to wash this shell and back, and then we're going to do the... I'm just going to tidy up this a little bit, and then we will basically piece it back together. You ready for it? And this is a desk that's plastered in a lot of plastic. She's going to be pissed. Right, back in 2 minutes. Just going to wash this this EC1. Took me a minute. BLB. Right, I'm back. Dry these little bits off, and then we will rain it. We'll do the rest. We're gonna piece it back together quickly, weigh it, and voila! This bad boy is done. If you want to see me, would you like to see me doing some videos when we're using these mice when they've been modded, like, I don't know, game on like Call of Duty or something, and show you what they're like, what I'm playing with them like? Can't show you tonight because I'm too tired, but I got to go for work in about 4.5 hours. Hobby will be the end of me, man. So once it's been tied up a little bit, it's a little bit damp, but it'll dry off in a sec. Some toilet paper on the side there. I've been trying to dry it off. That would be cool. What's your main mouse? A 60-gram G Pro wireless, mate. Is my main. That's basically what I use. Right, let's go with this plastic and then let's piece it back together. Let's see what she weighs. Not bad. Full weight reduction. Well, pretty much EC1 weight reduction. Switched out the switches for Japanese runs, and we've also done, I'm going to power cord it, which I've already got. So the switches took a lot longer than expected, to be fair. It didn't take that long. Tonight they did. So sometimes the luck of the draw, sometimes they're quick to do, sometimes they are long. Depends how they play tonight. Sometimes they'll be nice to you, sometimes they won't. You can see that this has gone absolutely everywhere. I mean, they're certainly a little bit like that, mate. We'll have a look. There's no pre-travel in them. The pre-travel is literally in the switch itself, it's not in the button. So, I quite like the feel of them, to be fair. Yeah, G Pro, mate. Modded G Pro. I haven't drilled the shell, I've drilled the base. 60 grams with the right hand side buttons removed. My favourite mouse, man. I can't find anything like it. There's two mice that made me think about changing it. One was the Model O, and one was the MM7 10. Otherwise, nothing's ever come close. And the wireless just beats them, so I'm thinking about, I'm going to build, I've got the Adrenalized shell, I've printed it, 3D base. I'm going to build a wireless G Pro. Wireless Model O. Do you want me to build it on stream? So I was gonna. Given now I've got the streaming setup working well, I think. Apart from my alerts for modding and stuff, so you can see me modding them. This is like a different setup. And then I'm gonna change my camera. Hopefully, like I say, this week now I should be able to do it to my DLSR, so it'll be a lot sharper for you. But fancy that, sure. I don't like the shape of the Viper, but I don't know. Like, I didn't like the shape of the Viper yet till I modded this one. Well, this is going a bit extreme, right? But this is the Viper I did the other day on stream. I was using it. I actually like it because I've taken the back off, so my hand fit a bit better. But you can't change the switches because they're opto mechanical, and only Razer has those switches, so you can't change them. But it was good, man. Yeah, it would be cool to watch that. Okay, cool. Right, let me just get to these bits. I'll rebuild it. Just take this metal because I gotta get as much of this plastic off this table. So I shall return. I'll just have to hide the bits under it for now. Tripping through this one. That was a lot of plastic. Straight back on my cam. That's a lot of plastic, man. You can't change them with on-runs. No, they don't work, mate. They haven't got, you know, the solder connections on this one. On the PCB, the Razer Viper doesn't have them, mate. It will not swap, unfortunately. You're stuck with those switches for now. Now Razer have made it to look like the hot swappable, so you might be able to change them out at some point, maybe. So I was looking at something. Yeah, might be able to change them out. That would be cool. I was thinking about trying the MM711. It's nice, mate. I like the 710. 711's just got the RGB as far as I'm aware. I've got another one to try and compare them. We shall see. If that's any difference that I'm aware of. Camera movement, I like it. I like it. Right. Let's piece this bad boy back together. Razer have tried to develop their own switches. The other Razer, the older Razers used to have on-run Razers. But they haven't now. Now they're using these optico-mechanical, which basically, if you look at I've done a Razer Viper teardown. Have a look at it. It's worth watching on my YouTube channel. But basically, they're using these opto-mechanical ones where they don't have any connector on the bottom. So like these have got solder points. They don't. They just clip into the PCB. Don't know how it works other than that, but there's certainly got a different mechanism on it. Right, let me just take a picture of this while we've deconstructed it, and then we'll put it back together. Yeah, I was originally going with the M710, but didn't. Some of them originally had buttons with the problems with the buttons. You're right on the QA. I'd probably go with the 711, mate, if you can, or make sure you can get a decent 710. The ones I had, I've had two, would have been fine. But I know early on they had some problems, so I don't know if that's still an issue with them or not. Probably isn't, but still worth checking, mate. It depends on the skates, right? These ones were brand new, and you can see that even with me using the device to take them off, it hasn't saved them. They're still curling. You see how they're curling because of the heat. So it depends on the feet. You could still use something like M3 tape and re-stick them down. Like that. That'd probably be right. So they'll probably hold them flat to your mouse, but you're going to need that really to stick them back down. Generally, when you pull the feet off, you generally need some new skates. Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't. Death Adder 2013 was my main. Yeah, so that Death Adder would have had the on-runs in, mate. They've released the Death Adder V2, haven't they? But I've got it. Again, not even opened it. I need to have a look at it. So, but that's around at the minute. It's supposed to be good. Right, let me just move this up actually a 1 second. Let's take a picture like this. Looking forward to having my DSLR on point now, so we can use it properly, so you can also see the picture, so you'll get the video through it. It's going to look pretty tidy. Much nicer than a cheap webcam. Right, let's piece it back together. This has taken a while. I can never get them off without putting them in the bump. Oh, okay, with bumps in them. Get like a nylon stick, mate. So if you want to find out what they are, they're on Amazon or go to billybob.com in the shop and they're there listed. They're about £1. They're a bit melted, but they have some pretty good sides, so it's all good, man. Right. Let's piece this puppy back together. So we're not going to put this in, which is the mechanism to stop pre-traveling the switches. We're not putting the DPI switches back in because, well, they won't fit for a start. Everything else is going to go back in this one. I'll do it without the side buttons. Well, there's no point. If you took the side buttons out, you're still not going to save any anyway because of the switches. So we'll just put it back together as a full mouse. Assuming it's going to fit, right? Because we've literally pulled it to pieces. Sometimes you'll find, which I understand, sometimes when you're putting them back together, my mic's slightly off now. Sometimes when you put them back together, you'll find maybe bits of plastic in the way or something. So you just have to see. These should be right. Is the Model D worth it? Yeah, I don't mind the Model D, mate. I've done a teardown on it. You can save a few weight on it, but I mean, Zowie's got a solid mouse, right? And we've seen that tonight when we pulled this thing apart. That's what makes a difference. The Model D is a little bit more flexible. Feels a little bit more cheaper, but it's not cheaper because it's a lightweight mouse, and that's the kind of thing you get. So when you're talking about lightweight mouse, you end up having a slightly cheaper feeling mouse. We're not putting this back in it. We're doing a scroll wheel mod on it as well, so it's nice and smooth. You like heavy switches? Okay, you could always change the switches, mate. The switches in the Model D aren't light. I've got one actually, but they're not light. Should be okay. I'm going to do a review on it anyway, Greg F. So if you keep watching my channel, you will eventually see one, and I'll do a force gauge reading on the switches that are in it default in the Model D, and that'll give you an idea whether they're light or not against the other mice that I've got. You'll be able to compare. If you want to have a look at those anyway, just go to biddybob.com, and then there's loads of statistics and stuff there, charts to compare. If you have a look, you'll be able to find the lightest switches. I am just changing some of the charts to be a bit nicer, but kind of gives you the idea. You don't spot my mistake? I put the damn power cord in first, man. Just got to go around this side. Alright, man, no worries. I'll do a force gauge on the switches, mate, so they'll be able to tell you. You'll be able to compare it to the other mice, so it should give you a good idea whether they're going to be too light or not. So one of the things I did notice here was, I need my hairdryer, damn it. Was I took out some of the nice guide rails, or guide tray if you call it that way. So I need to hairdryer that on there, and then we need to hairdryer. This one goes like around here. Plug in my hairdryer, one sec. Model D isn't on the chart yet, mate. It's I haven't reviewed it yet. Oh, sorry, just broke your ears. I haven't reviewed it yet. The Model O's on there, I think. Should be. Can't remember now. If it isn't, it's due to be. It's normally the ones. If I've reviewed it, it's normally on there. The Model D was in a bit of a period when I was about to do it, so. Sorry, the Model O was in the period when I was about to do it. So I might not have those feedbacks yet. Can't remember now. I'd have to check. If you keep checking all my statistics like that, there's all different forces and stuff to help you understand what the clicks are like. So I was just plugging in my hairdryer. Well, my missus' hairdryer. Right, let me just do this. Whoops, just warped my mat. So Bob. Go. Hey baby. No, we decided to leave it. It's actually, I think it's a little bit nice without it. We'll probably lose a little bit of weight out of it, but I don't think we're going to save too much by drilling that, to be fair. So we've took most of it out now, and it makes it kind of look a bit nicer. Feels a bit nicer. You could, I mean, you could do it. You could probably save 2 grams more if you did it. Maybe a gram and a half. Depends how much you wanted to go on it. I ain't going to save much more than one. I'd rather keep it nice and smooth. It would feel much better. Model low on the chart comes lighter than the G Pro. Yeah, okay, there you go. I'm just surprised. What with my butchering antics, you thought I might have chopped it to pieces? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it looks a little rough at the minute, right? But right, I'm just going to do this one slightly off camera so I don't destroy my mat any further. I'll find a better way to do this. I might do it beforehand if I remember. I can't really. I don't want to destroy the mat. Obviously it can't handle the hairdryer heat, so apologies. Should I make my own power cord? I want to, just not at the time. But yeah, I've got all the kit. I can make them. I just didn't make this one. So yeah, I want to. It's just time. They're easy enough to do. I've got all the stuff. I might make one on camera maybe, if people are interested. Yeah, 3 AM mate, I'm supposed to be in... it's 3 AM, I'm supposed to be at work at 6. I was up till 2:30 last night, so this is not the plan tonight. I was supposed to finish a bit early, but them damn switches, man. So I'm trying to get it finished. We're nearly there now though, this is the last bit. So, it's the finale, the pièce de résistance. Right, done that now. Yeah, good job my missus is a night owl, huh? She's still up. So, it's all good. Otherwise she'd probably kill me. Tried changing the stealth on the power cord. Have to thread them through, yeah, I can imagine. Can be a little bit tricky. I can do one on camera maybe, we can have a go. I haven't done one for a long time. I also like the idea of that, it's not phantom wire, that looks pretty cool. You seen them? Gives me mat's recovering. Hey Kelly, you're the first one doing this. What? Weight reducing a EC1, really? People haven't got no balls, man. Got Honma Japan put in it. Japanese ones. It's got power cord, full weight reduction. This thing is rock and roll, man. Let's put the scroll wheel in, Bob. I've also taken the springs out of the scroll wheel, so it's not as clicky, it's nice and smooth. If I made phantom wire, that's the one. I kind of like the idea of that. I've got to try one. So now it's like, it's almost an infinity wheel now, you could call it. Oh, I'll best put the side buttons in there first, eh, Bob? Oh, and the so I'm tired. And the cable, right? Don't judge me. I'm tired. I actually have a homemade phantom wire on my FK. Okay, braided it. Some people have said, baby, I'm going to have to return one to Logitech, aren't I? Like, oh, like, I need to RMA it, the buttons aren't working or something, but I have a super drilled out G Pro wireless return to them. And then people were thinking, we thought, well, maybe what we should do is I should email them bits of G Pro wirelesses until they actually make a lightweight one. A few hours to braid it here now. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, baby. We just made an infinity on this Zowie, mate. It weighs 2.5 grams. It's not weighted though, right? Not like the G502, which is like ridiculously heavy. Okay, side buttons are in. It's only a bit of glossy on it now. Lol. Put the buttons back in. Actually, I forgot the top shell still matted. Don't look too bad. Quite like it. Quite like the two-tone grey and a bit of a matte. Yeah, true. It might be an issue if you bunny hop in it. You can always put it back in. It's a really easy change with the scroll wheel. Go in your little camera and you slide in. Again, the scroll wheel comes down to your preference. Like some people might not. I don't particularly like the Zowie scroll wheel anyway, so it's totally custom to them. So this is it so far. We've got a nice base. So a little bit better. With a bookmark there maybe. Again the same, bit of toilet paper. This actually looks alright. I know I'm shocked, right? Come off alright. You still have that grip. Which grip, man? There's like a little bit of close one. This is right. So what's the guesses on the weight? What do people think? We put their feet on it. I'll put these back on it for now. I'll take some pickies inside it. I'll put the hyperglides on. They will go on it, but I need to take some pictures, so I'll just put these on for the weight. Original was 95, that's right. Ignore these feet. I'm just putting them on for now because I need to take it apart. I want to take some pictures of the insides and stuff, so I don't put hyperglides on it yet. The original grip. 85. Oh, I'm thinking 75. 73. This is pretty cool, man. Still not sure what you mean, Kelly. Getting confused though. It's late. See, the skate's not sticking out. I'm just going to use it for weightage. 74, 76. Yeah, I think 70s is definitely going to be the one. 81. Oof. Right, here we go. Drum roll. I need like a drum roll going. Dun, dun, dun. No! 85. You're joking me. How can it be 85 grams? Well, I thought it was going to be much lighter than that. We might have to take some more out of it. I was well off. I thought it was going to be lighter. I'm disappointed. Disappointed. I might have to trim some more out of it. I'll have to have a think. Time to drill. Time to drill the top. You were close, Kelly. You're right. I don't know. I'm going to have a rethink. Maybe I'll drill the top. Can't make my mind up, but I'm not drilling it now at 3 in the morning. Need to get to bed. Well, that was disappointing. I was hoping for a slightly lighter mouse. Hence to put the hyper, didn't it? The feet weigh 2.5 grams, to be fair. We might have to drill the top shell. So, does it feel lighter? Yeah, it feels lighter. It feels lighter than 85 grams, but it's not. Switches feel nicer, definitely. Those on-runs are much nicer. It won't weigh on the little scale, mate. It goes to 50 grams. I'm trying to get one that's combined, so I have like more decimal places on it, because I don't really like having 2 scales. See? I want one that's combined, but with a lower decimal place, but ain't got it, man. Just cut it in half. Homemade MK1. I wonder if switches our life. I don't know. He's a nice man. I think it looks pretty good though still. We have to drill the top. Gutted. Still 10%. I guess it's 10% off it. 10 grams. That's a lot. That's not much, man. I'm surprised considering how much we took out of it. Haven't tried the cherry switches yet. Nope. It's a game with it. It's a game with it. It's all about chopping it up. I'm going to take some more out the base. Take some out the top here maybe instead. Do a bit more here. A little bit of a refinement. See what we can do. Maybe we can take some out here. I'll take this piece out. Right, I need to go to bed because it's 3 AM and I've got work in 3 hours. So thanks for watching. I will post one of these videos and we'll see if we can get it even lighter. But thanks for your support here. I'm glad you've enjoyed these videos. We're definitely doing some more, and I'll be putting all these on my YouTube channel edited as well as the full release. So you're welcome to take a look and flick back through it and have a look. So until the next one, I'll be on tomorrow night streaming Rainbow Six. So I might use some of these mice. I might try this one, but I'm playing ranked, so I don't particularly want to lose position because I have to change around the mice, but I might do. Or I might try the Viper that I tried the other day. This one was pretty cool. I'm actually surprised because I don't normally like Vipers, but you can see I've gone to town more on this one. And this was surprisingly good. This is, I think it's 46 grams, 52 or something. It's light anyway, crazily light. So thanks for watching. It's the Think with Steve Shells, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers for your support. See you again, people. Until the next mod or until tomorrow night, I'll see you online. Peace. Goodbye.